Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to my video memories. Few things that I want to go over real quick, just kind of a heads up. I do not want to be talking much during this video, so there's not going to be a whole lot of narration, hopefully. Basically, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to let you guys watch this video and just to kind of view it from a different point of view, different perspective, if you will. So, we're going to make sure you're at the correct starting point. And where that is, I just will need to find the Culp Center. It is a big gray building. It is the only one that is not brick on this campus, I'm pretty sure, or pretty close to being sure. Now, there is a side that has a ramp at the Culp Center, so I want you to go on the side that has the ramp, and I want you to go right. There will be a residence hall. It's called Carter Hall, and I want you to approach the blue sign and go to the right of it. Once you go to the right of it, there is a very specific staircase that I want you to start at. Now you can opt to stand at the top of the staircase and follow along with the video, or you can stand at the bottom and wait until the video reaches your point and then continue onward with it. Both options are totally fine. So to kind of start out, this is just, like I said, this is just kind of my perspective of a typical-ish day. And we're going to go down the stairs and go to the right. And we're going to follow that path. We're going to pause here in a second and look up at this wonderful tree, just to kind of admire how the sun comes through the leaves there and its many colors. And then we're going to follow the path on the left. And once we get to the main street here, also known as the Pride Walk, we're going to be taking another left, and we're going to follow this for quite a ways. Okay, now we're going to move from the Pride Walk up onto the sidewalk. We're just going to keep on following it. There will be a moment up here, just past this light pole, that we're going to take a pause. And I had you guys stop is because I wanted you to see movement, and again, these are just things that I like to observe, that I have fun watching, and one of those being, you know, the movements of the leaves and when they get blown around by the wind. I think is beautiful, and it's just very interesting. Alright, and we're gonna continue onward here. And we'll be taking the left path up here at this split of sorts. Now, I particularly like this path because of the close proximity of the trees to the sidewalk. It almost gives it like this cute little enclosure kind of feeling that makes you feel comfortable. And then you keep walking and all of a sudden it's like that little enclosure is gone, so it feels, it's, if you think about it, it's really this really interesting sensation that happens. And it's like you can feel your bubble, so to speak, just kind of expand and like just kind of be free. And it's just, I don't know, it's just really interesting sensation that I like. Alright, and we're gonna continue. And we're going to take a right up here. And we're going to follow this path up to the building that is directly pretty much in front of us. This is Ernest C. Ball Hall, and also known as the Art Building, or just Ball Hall for short. And this is an interesting building. I spend quite a bit of time here, and so one of the reasons we will be going in it today is to be going up to the 4th floor. We're gonna go inside through the doors here, and then once we're inside, we're gonna go to the right into the elevator to take it up to the 4th floor. And I work long, very late nights in this building, and I've noticed that on any other floor, I could leave at 2-3 o'clock in the morning or whatever and be totally fine. It doesn't creep me out whatsoever. But the 4th floor is totally different. It's, I don't know why it creeps me out, but imagine this scenario where you're by yourself, you've got a lot to carry, you're locking up this room, and it's just quiet. It's so quiet, so very quiet. And like I said, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so there's still people in the building, but they're not noisy or anything, so you feel like you're the only one in this building. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down, all the way down to the door at the very end of this hall. And this is the area that creeps me out. Like I said, again, I don't know why, but maybe you guys can figure it out. Maybe it's something to do with this creepy picture here that's on this door. It likes to fuel my imagination. I mean, this ghostly lady, whatever. So this is what I imagine. Every time I lock up, it's dark inside the room, I imagine that there's going to be a hand that just pops up. So I want to back up, and I want to turn and run back to the elevator. And I want to get out of here, so I gotta go to the 1st floor. And as I'm waiting forever for either the elevator to get there or for the door to close. I can't help but imagine this apparition, this thing, whatever it is, just creeping closer and closer and closer and closer. So thoroughly freaked out now. I want to exit this building. So I'm gonna go out the front door the same way we came in. And we're gonna go down the stairs and then we're gonna take a left. Now, normally, I would just go back to Ball Hall, but because it is such a pretty day, we're going to keep on going over to the clock tower because that's another one of those structures that I find very interesting. Alright, so when we get to the end here, we're going to take this left, or follow the main path, so to speak. And there's a small sidewalk there on your right. It's the very first one. We're going to go down that. And again, I just want to take a moment to, look at these colors, because they definitely don't stick around this time of year. They get gone pretty quickly. Alright, we're gonna follow the direction that lady's going up, so we're gonna go straight on this path. And we're going to go straight up to the crosswalk, so we're going to take a pause there. Make sure nobody gets hit by traffic, so we're going to look both ways, even though it's a one-way street. You ever have that moment where creepy things, a creepy movie that you watched, or something that you thought of or whatever, just kind of sticks with you, and it's provoked by certain images or certain triggers, so to speak, throughout the day? This is kind of one of those moments. I feel like while this video can be seen as very beautiful, it could also be seen as very creepy in this particular area. Just thinking of like the dramatic music and the scariest movie you've ever watched, and the silence and how there's no one around. and just brings up images